Life's hardest lesson. Have you ever wondered why life sometimes hurts the most just when you're trying your best? Why, when you love deeply, you get hurt deeply? Why, when you trust, you're betrayed? Why, when you care, you're left alone? Because sometimes life doesn't teach you through comfort. It teaches you through pain. This is the story of Aarav, a man who learned life's hardest lesson. The day he lost everything he thought he couldn't live without. Aarav was like most of us, full of dreams, passion, and belief that good things happen to good people. He was kind, hardworking, always there for everyone. His dream? To open his own design company, to build something meaningful? He worked day and night, skipping sleep, skipping meals, and when his first project failed, he said, "It's okay, I'll try again." And he did. But what he didn't know was that life had a much tougher test waiting. Aarav had a best friend, Rohan. They started the company together, two dreamers chasing one vision. But when money started flowing in, greed followed. Rohan made deals behind Aarav's back, took clients, and one day disappeared with everything. Aarav was left with nothing. No money, no company, no trust. Everyone told him, "Move on, forget it." But how do you move on when betrayal comes from the person you called brother? He broke down. He sat alone at night whispering, "Why me? I did everything right. Why is life so unfair?" Weeks later, his father fell seriously ill. Hospital bills piled up. Aarav sold his bike, his laptop, even his watch just to save him. But life wasn't done testing him. His father didn't make it. That night, standing outside the hospital, with tears mixing with rain, Aarav screamed at the sky, "What do you want from me?" There was no answer, only silence. That silence was life speaking. Days turned into months. He stopped meeting people, stopped smiling. He had lost his faith in everything, in people, in dreams, in God. Until one night, an old man sat beside him at a park bench and said, "You look like someone who's lost everything." Aarav nodded, silently. The old man smiled gently and said, "Good, because when you've lost everything, you're finally free to learn what truly matters." Aarav frowned. "What do you mean?" The old man looked up at the stars and said, "Pain is not life's punishment, it's life's teacher. It strips away your illusions so you can see the truth." He continued, "When you lose money, you learn value. When you lose people, you learn trust. When you lose everything, you learn yourself." Those words hit Aarav like lightning. The old man stood up and said one last thing before walking away. "Remember, every storm destroys what's weak, but it strengthens what's strong. You will rise. But only when you stop asking, 'Why me?' and start asking, 'What is this teaching me?'" That night, Aarav went home, and instead of crying, he began to write. Every failure, every betrayal, every lesson. He started freelancing again, not for success, but for purpose. He helped small businesses, mentored young designers, shared his journey. Months later, one of his designs went viral. Companies reached out. He didn't chase success anymore. Success found him. But this time, he wasn't proud of his rise. He was grateful for his fall, because it taught him what no school, no book, no friend ever could. That pain is temporary, but the strength it builds is forever. Life's hardest lessons don't come wrapped in comfort. They come in loss, heartbreak, and silence. Because that's when you hear life whisper, "You were never meant to stay broken. You were meant to be reborn." So, if you're going through hell right now, don't run from it. walk through it, because that's where you'll meet your strongest self. And remember Aarav's story. He didn't find happiness after the pain. He found it through the pain. So the next time life breaks you down, smile and say thank you for the lesson, because that's how you grow. That's how you become unshakable. That's how you learn life's hardest lesson.